Hello, everybody. How are you? It is I, Claude Bawles. Just decided to have a show because some of the other shows I have not seen for a while. I have not seen uh, The Missing Mod.
Hi.
Uh, Hello, how are you, Dr. Gust?
Oh, we used to get those videos I made.
Well, they're very good. A lot of very funny.
Yeah, you would take them all on.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah, a bit naughty, of course, but that's okay.
yeah, you won't back down. You're going to cut them down.
I won't back down. Isn't there a song like that? Yeah, yeah.
Uh, yeah, Steven's doing a new show about witches who pretend to be Christians that cause strife and Christian group.
Well, is it one of the ones that you can get the STDs from?
I, I guess so.
Because yeah, yeah, he
Steven did
seems.
thought Aiden was a witch.
Oh my goodness! Ah, hello! It's the big bad mama on holiday.
I Big Bad Mama on holiday.
Hi, how are you guys doing? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Did you know about that time, Steven? When he mentioned me, it was probably a year ago, a couple years ago. I'm not sure, but he said I'd always know what's going on there, and it's evil. It's either a Holy Spirit or evil spirit's reason why, and thought I was atheist witch who pretend to be autistic and atheist, a Christian, and
Oh,
he
Do remember that.
he said one of my friends is a witch, and it's not uh Mark or uh Father Chuck. The only one I could think of was Aiden at the time.
oh.
Did he ever call Aiden a witch?
Yeah, I think he uh
Or he
he's a
just said
witch.
it to friends?
That's back then. He's the only other friend I had that I knew he knew of.
Did that
Oh.
upset you when he said that about you?
Yeah, it was more like was weirded out.
You were weirded out?
Yeah, and he also when I talked to him, he said uh these other ones he said is a witch is faithful and the Egyptian lady,
And who?
the Egyptian lady
Oh,
outcast.
deviant outcast.
Yeah,
Oh.
crazy.
Oh, Deviant Outcast just commented on one of my videos, the one about the many marriages of Ovind,
Isn't
and
Yeah,
she great?
yeah, that was good. And she had a very good idea. And when Kent, how Kent both said, and I met Sandra's husband at the door, and I asked him what she was like, and asked him his permission to marry her. Well, this Deviant Outcast said, well, it's a pity Sandra hadn't gone to the other three wives and asked them what they thought of him.
Right.
And
so
Right.
I,
that'd
that's
be great.
funny.
She comes on your show today.
Yeah, it'd be good if anybody is welcome at this show. I see Mr. or Mrs. Soot Kettle is going to watch the first 30 minutes and then going to bed. So says hi. So I say hi back on our
Hi,
behalf.
Big Kettle.
Hi.
Yeah,
One
yeah,
people.
yeah. Yes, of course, these shows are always a bit of a hit and miss as to what happens on them. So we don't know. Um, you
Claude,
know,
did you
yes.
Kettle's song about bowling?
Oh, did I see it?
Yeah.
Oh no, where can I look for that?
I'll I'll try to. I'll send it to you. It's really good.
Is it
Uh,
on the Soot Kettle channel?
yes, yes, and
Oh,
I think it's called. It's set to the tune Rawhide, and it goes
oh,
bowling, bowling. Um,
Yeah, I heard
it's
though.
it's really funny.
keep those doggies moving. Yeah, but or non-dogs, keep those non-doggies moving. 'Cause they
Uh,
only give birth to dogs.
Big Bad Mama. you think Steven thinks you're a witch?
I don't really care one way or the other. I just don't. I just hope you don't let that stuff bother you, because just consider the source. Just that's his problem, not anything you've done.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Oh.
don't worry if anybody on there says something about you.
Yeah.
Just let it go. Just let it go. It's not worth it.
He has a new video coming out talk about witches who pretend to be Christians that cause problems in Christian groups.
That'll be interesting.
Can witches be men as well as women, or what? What's the story there?
Warlocks are male witches.
Yes, that's what we always use that term. But since Stephen throws the term around very loosely,
It must be a woman.
What if Steven is a witch?
Well, who would know? Doesn't really matter though. He's irrelevant to our to this
Witches have
channel.
no power at all, so if he identifies as a witch, he'd just be wasting his time.
Big Bad Mama, I took the time to listen to the first half hour or an hour of the show with Ryan on Proverbs Guys, and that's where Ryan mentioned that the guy at his church. Eventually, Ryan did say something, not directly, but it looked as though he was showing some concern for the victim, because I thought he's not going to say anything about the victim. But when I listened carefully, unless he was talking about the perpetrator needing prayer and support, but it wasn't too clear. But I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. Yeah.
Was it later on the show, Claude?
No, it was all part of that. And he said something about, but yeah, it wasn't clear. But if I was to be charitable, I'd say he was talking about the victim, but it took a while. And then, of course, the others come on, and then they start talking about how, of course, atheists, they don't have morals anyway. Change the topic of it. I mean, yeah. So to me, Ryan wasn't so bad, and at least he raised the issue and was concerned about it. The others immediately including the woman on that show, immediately making excuses and changing the topic. So I give Ryan some credit for that. I thought that wasn't too bad.
I'll have to listen to that again, because I did listen to it again, and I got the exact same impression I did the first time.
It isn't clear who, because he doesn't say let's pray for the guy or pray for the victim, but it almost sounded, I was hoping it was the victim, in which case credit's due.
Should be mentioned, I would think.
Because my main problem is that, if that was Hovind, he would have found excuses for the person doing the crime. Oh no,
you wouldn't have even mentioned it.
Don't touch God's they don't want to touch God's anointed, and that's an excuse for abuse. Which is terrible.
I don't know that anybody on that Proverbs show is as bad as he is.
Well, I don't have much time for Achilles, but the flat Earth. I think they almost touched on the flat Earth the other day on another one, and it didn't quite get there. I think it was probably too controversial, but I'd love to hear him, put down his reasoning for flat Earth.
Where they covered it pretty extensively, where they were talking about Jupiter.
Yes, I think he was going to get out his telescope again.
He's a professional astronomer, and he's got this little telescope, and he thinks that he knows he knows physics better than the astronomers and cosmologists know it.
Well, and Ovid knows geology better than the geologists, because no such thing as a geological column. Not one piece of evidence for evolution. Not one. And he's gone on his latest whack off an atheist thing. He's back to Jeannie Scott. I was hoping it would be me, but the Jeannie Scott debate. And you know why he brings that? He was absolutely thrashed by Jeannie Scott. Made to look a complete fool. Of course he is. So
yeah, that was a pretty bad defeat that he went through on that one. Did you see on that show where I asked him the question and he had to look up the answer, and while he was doing that, he had his cameraman focus on the crybaby mask for like a minute.
All right, because then the Lupin, who was doing some review of the debate with Anderson, he says, "Oh, so what if Kent gets helped out a bit, or so what if he's fed information from his tech?" Well, that makes a lie of I'll beat anybody, both hands tied behind my back, and all this sort of rubbish. It just shows that it's.
So does that mean he knows that he admits that he does get help?
Well, no, he would never. I mean, no. That was how many people have you won for the Lord, Big Bad Mama? He would change. That's what it would become.
Yeah. How many buildings have I built?
Yeah. How many wives have you had, eh? Because I tell you what, if it's not 4, you can't even talk. You can't even begin to discuss this issue.
It's not 4.
Big Bad Mom, have you ever seen American Werewolf in Paris?
No, I saw American Werewolf in London.
Paris is the sequel.
4 times, probably. I never saw the one in Paris. Is it good?
I always liked it. I saw it at the movies when I was a kid.
Okay.
I always loved that movie. I thought it was good.
Did you see the one in American Werewolf in London?
Yeah.
Did you like that one?
Yeah. They're both good movies. The one in Paris, they have it where they jump off the awful tower.
Oh.
Were you in that, Claude?
Claude's an old stomping ground.
I was an extra,
Uh-huh.
I was meant to play the romantic lead, and the French. Well, they asked the missing Maud if she would be the heroine, and she was going to jump off the top of the tower, and I was going to catch her in both hands. Unfortunately,
she was probably 40 years old when that movie was made.
Unfortunately, I missed, but she exists now in another dimension, which will please Gangster Ghost, because he loves the other dimensions.
I had French werewolf Nazis in there.
Oh.
Is that weird? Yeah. These are like a werewolf cult guys. Like, I don't know, it's like Nazi type where they try to think Franken the human race, I guess. It's weird. That part, but I always liked them. That's always a good movie. I can imagine you being one of the werewolves.
I like werewolves.
Yeah, me too.
Well, werewolves only produce werewolves. So I can tell you that. Nothing else. Nothing else.
Are they the common ancestor of human and wolves?
Well, one of the creationist shepherds was out in the fields one night and feeling a bit lonely, and there was no sheep anywhere near, and the wolf come along, and as Hovind's daddy says, if you ain't in business, it pays not to advertise, and the werewolf was looking seductive. So what? It's the werewolf. So what do you that's what happened. Oh, it's not my fault. Never my fault. Nothing.
Oh, you think that show that other night where Aiden went on Steven's show where he wanted to Steven wanted to interview Brett?
Oh, yeah, I did see it, and Brett never turned up.
Yep. What do you think of that, Brett? Big Bad Mom?
I didn't see. You said Aiden was on there, but I didn't see him. But I can't say I watched the whole thing. Was he just on there for 1 minute?
Yeah, for a little bit. They let him on there.
Kick him out?
Yeah, Kelly's let him on there, and a little bit later, Steven kicked him out.
Well, he keeps going on there, so I don't know what he expects.
I feel bad for you, Claude. You're not Achilles' type. Don't cry.
But don't worry, don't cry for me, gangster. Don't cry for me, gangster ghost. The truth is, I never cared about Achilles. All through my work. Oh my goodness, I'm getting carried away. Yeah.
Just don't get Claude.
Yeah, so now I sent email to Father Charles because I'm a bit worried. I haven't seen him. Haven't seen him on any show this week.
I emailed today because I'm supposed to see him in 2 days.
Good. Oh, yes, good.
But if I don't hear from him, of course, I'm not going to be seeing him.
Nah.
Said if you're around, let me know, and if not, I understand. But
just something not quite right. I haven't. Yeah, normally
He does
he
this a
sounded
lot.
flat. He sounded very flat the last time he was speaking. So I hope it's all okay.
Yeah, maybe something's going on. Who knows?
Yeah. Maybe the bishop is being a prick, as they say. Oh, bishop prick. That's
Right.
Hopefully, maybe something going on there.
People's lives.
Yeah. What I hope is not happening is that there's making up. Oh, come back, all is forgiven thing. Anyway. The mod, had nobody seen of her now?
I mean, I've gotten messages from her.
Yeah. But she's not likely to come on today, you don't think? Or?
Cause she has. I mean, has she been on in a while? This show? She's usually in the.
Right. Yeah, in the comments. Yeah. So if you're there, missing Mad, come on in the comments. We'll wean you onto it. Okay. So you start in the comments, and then eventually you come to speak.
Okay, Sid told you what the name of the video was there, Claude.
Right.
Sings a song. Raw Lies.
Yes, I'm going to listen to it later. It's going to be funny.
It's good stuff.
Oh, great. The more, the better, That's and I've seen our very good friend Atheist Junior, as he's put up the video summarizing the Anderson debate. And also before that, was he responding to Hovind's response on his debate with Hovind, where Hovind just said the most dreadful things. I thought that was disgusting. I hope as many of his followers see that, because even the most hardline creationist, that would not agree with that. It was awful. Oh, hello. Here's the mod bod.
I don't think it would bother most of them, actually.
Don't you? Oh, really? I thought they might have some more scruples. Now Missing Mod is here, trying to get to the keyboard. And she says, I hope you guys are doing well. I'm going to do a show tomorrow. Ask the rest of the trick questions. What time is the show, the mod, so I can try and wake up? If you can put that in the comments, what time the show is, that will be good. So all is well that ends well. Oh my goodness! This will be my last show. I will probably be able to be on mod show, but I'm going to be away for a couple of weeks, so I won't have as much activity for the next few weeks. But then I'll be back into it again. Yeah, but like you, you big bad mama, we sometimes get a holiday. Ah,
Yeah.
she says 11:15 Eastern Standard Time. Not 11:14, not 11:16, 11:15. Okay. Make sure we get that right.
Today I was at the Ford's Theater. Do you know what that is, Claude?
Believe it or not, yes, I do. That's where the person, the assassination of the Lincoln Abraham, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
It
Tell
was
us what you saw. Yeah.
pretty interesting. Well, so I toured the theater and I saw, you know, the theater box where he was shot. And then down at the museum, they have the Derringer, John Wilkes Booth, the assassin, his Derringer that killed Lincoln. They had a pillow that they put under his head. They had moved him to a building across the street where he actually passed away, but they had a bloodstained pillow there. And then and then they had all sorts of items. He stabbed somebody too, and they had his knife. And then I went to the house across the street and saw the bed in the bedroom where where he passed away. It was pretty. I've been interested in his history for a long time, just as a figure, history, and but it was pretty sobering actually. But interesting. Yeah. And then I went to the National Gallery and just saw all sorts of nice artwork today. So it was good.
Ah.
And
Yes.
to move on, I'm in Washington, D.C. and moving on into a couple other states tomorrow.
Would you please put a tracker on yourself and send me the link, because I'm very frightened that you might be somewhere near my girlfriend.
No,
Miss Igmada. You're not going to be
I mean,
near her?
thousands of miles away from her.
Oh dear. Oh, that's a bit of a relief for me, but not for you. But never mind.
No, it's a relief for me too.
Oh, be careful. The love is an interesting thing, you know. Yes, it's a very interesting thing. The way what happens. Oh, lol. What does that mean? Love over love. LOL must mean love something. Yeah. And so you go up to the Pennsylvania area. That's where you can maybe see the Father Child somewhere around there.
Yes.
Good.
Exactly. I'll go if he's around. If he doesn't get in touch with me, then I've got to keep moving.
Yeah. And do you think you will get near the Florida and Dino land? No.
No, I'm in the central eastern part of the country.
All right.
More toward the north than the south.
Right. Okay.
My Dinosaur Adventureland trip was in 2021.
Right.
But
yeah. And the one that you went to see, you put the pictures up. What part of the country was that in? Yeah.
Oh, okay. Where I put the video up?
Yeah, and you had some. You said that some exhibits look good, but some look also crap. Yeah.
Was it on my trip that I'm taking now, or?
I think so. Yeah. Would that be right? You made a little short about it.
The video of the viewpoint of the.
Yeah.
So that was in Virginia in the Appalachian Mountains.
Right.
Did I make another comment about something though?
I don't know. Yeah, but that is on this trip, is it? Is that near?
Yes.
Near? Oh, okay.
So I posted a video from a viewpoint maybe 2 or 3 days ago. I'm not sure if that's the one you're talking about or not.
Yeah, that probably is the one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of. I like to mix it up and post some weird stuff now and again.
Oh.
Why?
Plus, I don't have any more Hovind videos to post.
Oh. Yes, big bad gangster. What were you about to say?
Would you like to make a French version of American Pie called French Pie?
Yes, well, yes. I'm trying to imagine that. I do like apple pie. Yeah.
Oh, my dad made the best apple pie when he's still alive.
Now, when Missing Mod says there, the video I commented on today was so beautiful.
Oh,
That must
thank
have been your one. Is she talking about?
Yes. Thank you.
And what about the actor in the video? What did you think of the person making the video and Babes acting in it?
I did
Missing
not
Mod?
act in the video.
You weren't in it. You weren't seen.
No.
Oh, okay, that's all right. Then I forgive you.
So that's that question's no. Can't
Now,
answer the question.
Missing Mod says she really hopes Do shows up. Now, who's Do?
An outcast.
Right. Oh, okay. I could
Yes,
only think
she's
Donny Osmond.
streams.
All right.
Now the only time I see her is on Atheist Junior's chat or Aaron Ross chat.
Yeah.
And then she sometimes like she did on yours, or sometimes she'll comment on my videos, which is nice to see.
Yeah. Yes,
These
well,
are
I suspect she's
really
banned. Yeah, she's probably banned from the other ones like me and yeah.
probably.
Thank goodness for the crybaby, creationist crybaby. No relation, of course, but we're lucky to have that that
Thank God.
ability. Yeah.
He's doing the good work.
Oh my goodness. Yes, I have one or two little shows in reserve that I've pre-recorded to put up, and yeah, which is good. I'm hoping that the Billy or someone has that video where Stephen is interviewing Kent, and they talk about the person in his ministry who's done something bad, but it was years ago and it was one of his own kids, so it doesn't really matter. I hope that that goes up again sometime. Oh,
What's the video about?
okay. Well, Stephen is interviewing Kent and Sandra, and then they ask somehow the Brady the Byram comes up, and there's talk about whatever he might have done, and of course he's forgiven because it was years ago and one of his own kids, as it were. And of course that was the basis of one of my songs, and of course that whole video is disappeared now. So I just would be good to see it.
Were you in the video?
I wasn't on that one, no.
Okay.
I was in the subsequent to that where I made my first appearance, and I said, and he says, "Oh, the Byram wasn't guilty of anything," and I say, "But you said he was. You said he was guilty." He goes, well, how could I know that? But on that other one, and that's why it's disappeared. He says, "Well, he was guilty."
Okay, well, you have that as a short.
Yeah. Oh, good. Oh, good. I have to look back at that. Yeah.
And it's just
so
that. It's just that part of the video.
Oh, would you mind if I repeat that somewhere? Because one or two people have been asking about that.
Sure.
Yeah.
I just don't remember the title of it, but
I can look back. Yeah, I can.
It shouldn't be too. I kind of.
Yeah. So that's.
Fun.
Yes. Ghost.
Would you ever like to debate Dustin or Achilles?
I wouldn't mind, but it would have to be on the topic mutually agreed, one topic at a time, and on an independent channel like Big Bad Mama channel, not on standing for truth, because it's just a joke. It's
What about
just
Dustin's?
well, depending who the moderator was, he has sort of already announced that he doesn't like me, so it would be hard to have for him to have an independent view. Yeah, so
His channel was supposedly so that people can talk about interpersonal issues, how they can get along better.
oh, really? My goodness, that's very interesting.
You didn't hear that? That's why he started his channel. He wanted people to go on there to kind of try to bridge the divide, but I don't think he's had any shows.
It might not, no. And oh, look, I'm not very happy again. I like Crybaby is so cool, says Mod. Well, okay, Mod. You're after 1 minute you're after Big Bad Mama, the next minute you're liking Crybaby. What about me? Huh?
Now,
How's my
just
feelings? And then, oh, here we go. I love kicking back and watching Brett's take a piss. Brett streams. Those days were really intense. TBH. What TB?
To be honest,
All right. Okay. I'm not very up with this.
Brett used to have, I mean, those were his best shows because he had such a wide mixture of people on his shows.
Yeah.
And they were actually kind of entertaining because they would, get it. Well, I mean, they talk about Kent, they talk about Matt Powell, they talk about cosmology, whatever Gangster remembers well.
Yeah.
I remember this one guy on there talked about he's like aliens or demons.
Indian?
Aliens. I mean, aliens or demons.
Demons.
Yeah.
Was it Von Helton?
No, this other guy, he had glasses. I think he might have been an ex-preacher.
Huh. Not TTOR.
No, got his name. Yeah, he made a book about it, I guess.
God, Brett show.
Yeah, been a while, but yeah,
I was banned. I don't know if I'm banned still, but I was banned on that show for a long time.
His show, but I think he's been banned.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He's did something to get blocked for a while.
It'd be interesting to know because it is a concern. You don't want to have the show banned or live streams banned. So I guess you've got to be careful.
He showed a movie.
Things, yeah. Did you say he showed a movie?
Yeah.
What movie was it?
Copyright, maybe. I like you very much, Claude. I was hoping that was obvious. I was just trying to show BBM some love because he is my friend. 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 Lol. So, what time is it where you are now, the mama? And
it's 8:30 at night.
Oh, not too bad. Have you come in from the day's activities, or do you still have to go out for partying?
No, I got up early and then I just walked so much today that I came back about maybe 3 or 4 o'clock and just crashed for the rest of the day. And then tomorrow I'm going to go meet a friend of mine who I haven't seen since he was a fellow geology student where I went to school. And I haven't been, 30 some years. So we're going to have breakfast tomorrow morning. So that'll be cool.
Oh, have you ever been to Ken Hamland?
Where?
Ken Ham, his places, Creation Museum and Art.
Which Ken Ham, the Ark, the Ark.
Yeah.
I was going to check to see where that was because I went through Kentucky where that is, but I didn't really want to put money in I didn't want to give him money, so I didn't even check it out. There was just too much other stuff to do.
You know what I do when I don't want to pay? I go in the exit and
Oh,
I walk backwards. And then people. Plus, you could say, "Oh, I don't have any money. Do you minister to the poor?" And yeah, they
or
might let you in that way too.
get there. Nowhere can ham money.
Well, he gets enough money off the government too, and the Kentucky state. Unbelievable the subsidies and things they get. Hmm.
I mean, Kent Hovind is like nothing compared with Ken Ham in terms of popularity.
Wow.
Answers in Genesis, that's Ken
Yeah.
Ham.
Yeah. Oh no, I don't. Yeah.
Oh,
He's Australian.
have
Right.
you ever heard of Jason Lyle?
Yeah.
Music fan?
Isn't he isn't he a quote unquote creation scientist?
Yeah.
I'm not super familiar with his work, but I just don't believe any creation scientist. But it doesn't really matter if I know his work or not.
I heard he has a gentleman PhD.
He has a genuine PhD.
Yes, he actually does. He is an astrophysicist. So at least, we can legitimately call him doctor, but he still puts the Bible, a bit like James Ross, not James Ross, Hugh Ross.
Yeah,
Yeah, a bit like that. I think, but Hugh, of course, at least accepts an old Earth.
That's
Yeah.
they
But
have like 4 or
Hugh
5
Ross.
scientists that they kind of trot out, and compared with, a million scientists who, accept evolution and, basic cosmology, they have
Yeah.
like 5.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I'm exaggerating, but not by too much.
Yeah. Well, look, here we are. I just look up the Encyclopedia of American Loons. That's LOONS. And here's Jason Lyle. And it says, Jason Lyle actually has a PhD in astrophysics, not just a diploma mill degree. And he has actually published scientific papers in astrophysics. You'd
Okay.
never have guessed from the drivel that flows from his pen and mouth. He currently works full time for AIG, which is Answers in Genesis.
Is the older or?
No, he's young. So it says
Oh.
so how do you explain the starlight problem when you believe in a 6-day creation 6,000 years ago? Lyle's solution is simple. Creation was supernatural, therefore cannot be understood scientifically. So so he admits at least that it doesn't doesn't.
Don't they also say that the stars were created with age, just like Adam was created with age?
Yes, just to make you, to test
How
your
convenient.
faith, He also expends energy attacking old Earth creationists, and carries on there. A fitting conclusion. Oh no, wait a minute. I won't read that. It's a bit radical. Diagnosis, because it gives on this American Loons. You can look up all the different people. Confirmation bias run wild. Uber crank Lyle is apparently blissfully unaware of the fact that he has made an art of arguing in circles. He is pretty vocal, but importantly, mostly as the scientific alibi of Ken Ham's gang. So there you go. That's what they have to say about Jason. Yeah. So he doesn't use his qualifications for anything useful or to argue his point, because he knows deep down that the science doesn't support 6,000 years. So he then just says, It's creation, it's supernatural, anything can happen and you can't understand it scientifically. Interesting, huh?
Yeah, God. I mean, it's outside of space and time. That's what they say,
Yes.
outside of space and time.
Yeah. Yeah, I can remember.
How could God be outside of space and time when he's parting the Red Sea or burning a bush or something?
That's a temporary lapse. A temporary lapse. Oh my goodness.
I was going to say something. I forgot. Logan, do you know who Jason? Are you familiar with his work?
I mainly hear from Ryan and stuff, but I've seen a little bit of him. I've seen him do videos about creation, but I barely remember.
Oh, I remember what I was going to say. Claude, do you watch Mark Reed's channel?
Yes, sometimes, yes.
Well, he got that interview with Christian and Dustin, or not an interview, but a discussion with Christian and Dustin. I think it was on Father Charles' show.
Oh, okay.
Watch that.
So
chance,
an
because
interview between Christian and Dustin, and it's on Father Charles. Is it an old one?
Yeah, so it's Mark Reed, mostly Mark Reed and Christian having a discussion.
Right. Well, Christian is a reasonable person to talk to.
I just want to know what your take on what his take of human evolution is.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Okay.
I don't, he's an old earth creationist and he believes in evolution up to a point, but then he also believes in special creation at some point. But it's his, I just have my own theory on it, but I want you to watch it first before I discuss it with you at some point.
Okay. Yep.
After your vacation.
Yeah. If you find the link to it, if you can email me, that's good.
I'll send it to you.
Just while we're on the Encyclopedia of American Loons, there's one for Eric Hovind. So I thought I would read that. It's quite interesting.
Sure.
Kent's son Eric is currently in charge of his dad's ministry. That's a bit out of date. That's when he did that. He is just as insane and is equally inept at evaluating arguments and evidence as his father. So we get the same silly young earth creationist arguments, the same fallacies, stories about the edge of the earth, Noah's flood, and so on, that we all know and love. For only $9.95 per episode, you can get his minute-long idiotic vignettes here. So it gives a link. In general, he seems to rely a little less on science mangling and more on pure reading of the Bible without having to deal with that pesky secularist conspiracy. He is, however, willing to sacrifice medicine if it turns out to have been influenced by the theory of evolution. Here's Eric Hovind on money. It's not your money, it's God's. You can grasp the pattern from that one, I assume. And from a favorite argument, the flood and Grand Canyon. The current level of the Colorado River is several thousand feet lower than the peak elevations of the canyon. Therefore, the river must have flowed uphill to cut the canyon when it was formed. Just stupid. But it gives the diagnosis. I am sure his father is proud of him. Oh, obviously, things have been overtaken.
Right.
So I don't think he is. But it is still unclear whether he possesses that persistently powerful presence of fail that led to his father's success amongst the less rationally endowed. Oh my God, it's a wonderful takedown. The less rationally endowed.
That's hilarious.
Oh my goodness.
It's doing so good. I'm happy to see.
Oh, have you seen that debate Eric Hopel had with, I think, Michael Jones over evolution fitting in the Bible?
I don't think so. Eric is just so boring. I mean, and he's actually probably kind of a nice person. So I mean, he's a con man, but I think he's a lot nicer than his father. But
Yes,
I
he's a nicer con.
boring
He's a
to watch.
nicer standard.
I didn't see a ghost.
Yeah, Eric Hova. I think that he also here's his other thing he put on there how illusions are not true, and I forgot here's other stuff I see he put out there on there, all kinds of stuff.
He's just
Uh,
making money like his dad with the same.
yeah, a
Yeah,
lot of times
he's got
just
the same game plan.
repeat the same thing Kent Hovind says.
Exact same thing.
But you ever heard of Phantom Thing X?
What is it now?
Phantom Thing X.
I think it's Venom.
Yeah, Venom Thing
Venom
X.
Fang X. Yeah.
Yeah, he did a better job of repeating Kent Hovind.
What's he do?
He used to repeat stuff Kent Hovind says to people. Tell them like about creation and stuff. All the same stuff Kent Hovind says.
But he's more believable.
He did a better job of repeating it than Eric Hovind did.
Oh, okay.
Have you ever heard him call?
Yes, I have, but it's been a while since I've seen anything by Venom Fang X. So yeah, I can't really remember, but I knew the name. That's how I was able to say yes, I've seen
Yeah,
that.
he lives in Canada. Do you think he might have met Aiden?
He's probably Aiden's brother
Yeah.
in an alternate reality.
Yeah. He had a big fight with Mason Aces and Thunderfoot.
Oh, Thunderfoot. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
That guy.
is the amazing atheist the guy that was on the Drunken Peasants, or
What do you say?
the amazing atheist? Is that the guy on the Drunken Peasants?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I forget it's CC or JJ or
TJ.
okay.
Yeah.
I've never seen him debate. I don't think.
Missing Mod has asked Gangster if he believes the Bible, and I would probably think he does, but there's different degrees, all I can say about that is, some Christians believe biblical literalism, so that means everything, the earth is held up on pillars, and all that. And some people accept some literary devices or a metaphor, and so that's just the way it is. Not everybody is complete fundamentalist. Yeah. And they don't all eat chicken like a chicken-eating Baptist. Is that what's Kent saying about that? He's a right-wing. Yep.
Something chicken eating Baptist.
Bible something chicken eating Baptist. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but of course there are Baptists and there are Baptists. There's some reasonable ones. Jimmy Carter, your ex-president, he was a Baptist, but he doesn't seem to have the dose of the Kent in him. He's very reasonable. Went out helping the poor.
Or in terms of if he literally believed the Bible or not. I mean, there's people that'll believe the Old Testament, Genesis was a metaphor, but then they believe that the New Testament was literal history. Right?
Yes.
I mean, in my view, it's all mythology and metaphorical.
Missing Mod says the angels caused the wind, which is actually quite helpful to me because when I broke wind whilst Kelly was talking, that was an angel. I knew it had to be something trying to rescue me from his interminable diatribe. An
Oh,
angel rescued me. I broke wind and I was booted from the show.
Who was talking when you did that?
thank you.
Achilles.
Achilles?
Yeah. And he goes, What? What? What was that? What was that?
That was so funny.
I know. And at that stage, boom, I was gone.
It's so weird to think of. You're in New Zealand, Achilles is in Greece,
Yeah.
we're in the United States. I mean, we're all having these conversations.
I'm going to be in Australia for a few weeks. So,
Oh, good.
Are you going
yes.
to meet Mark Reed?
No, no, I won't. Australia is a very big country too, you know.
Can you tell us
It's,
what state you're going to be in?
yes, I go to the west.
Oh,
So that's quite a
Oh,
long way. Yeah.
okay. Okay. That is
I,
Mark
th-
Reed's
I
area.
think, is he in, I thought he was Queensland.
No, he's Perth.
All right. I'm going to be way up north from there, near
The
where
Kimberley.
Darwin is, near
Oh,
almost at the
academic.
border. Yeah. Exploring all that. Yeah.
Oh, that'll be great. Just
Yeah.
watch
And
out
then
for ducks,
crocodiles. Yeah.
crocodiles
Yeah.
Big Bad Mama.
up there.
Did New Zealand break away from Australia?
No.
No, they don't have any
Physically.
skills.
Yeah. I think maybe geologically it did. Remember, we were all part of Gondwana land. Is that what gangster means? So, not politically, but
But
physically. Yeah.
South America had a lot of marsupials and North America had marsupials, but I don't think New Zealand, if I'm not mistaken, I don't know that it was connected to those countries.
Oh, right.
I'll have to look that up, but they of course, I don't think there's any fossil marsupials there.
I mean, did New Zealand come from Australia?
No,
Uh,
I don't think so.
Oh.
Some
Where
more
did New
research to
Zealand,
get back to you.
where did New Zealand came from?
Well, New Zealand's pretty the North Island's volcanic. There's a lot of volcanism in the north, and then the south, I think, is more of continental crust, and that's where you have the Alps and stuff down there. But of course, Claude's. I've only been there once, but
Yes, I haven't been long enough to know exactly where everything is, but it's a small place compared to, the size of, maybe it's the size of California. I can't remember.
yeah.
But where the Australians come from, they were all convicts
Right.
sent out from England on the convict ships. If you're an Australian and you can find you're directly descended from a convict, it's like a badge of honor.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that's where. Yeah, I've been to 4 of the Australian states.
All right. Yeah.
Did
Um,
New Zealand came? You said New Zealand came from.
I don't. New Zealand. You mean the landmass of New Zealand
No,
being connected to landmass of Australia? Is that
people.
big? Oh, the people?
Yeah.
No, I think they were not convicts that settled in New Zealand. I think they were
probably
just
were.
basic settlers.
Yeah. There'd be
Well,
some,
then-
but Australia had a lot of convicts, but a lot. Some people say they still have.
Right.
New Zealand came from Britain.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh.
probably. And of course, they had the native
The
people
Maori.
living there from Hawaii, I believe, originally. So, yeah. So, Missing Mod says convicts are some of my favorite people. What are you talking
They're both
about?
Asian, but I don't think they came from Hawaii and settled in New Zealand. But I'll have to check that out. They're both Polynesian people, though.
All right.
I think they came from Fiji.
Oh, okay. The Missing Mod has said convicts are some of my favorite people. So I say Kent. And then she says she's a convict. But before that, she says America has marsupials. Is that right?
Yeah, we have possums.
All right, okay.
It's
Different than the Australian possum, but
Yeah.
they
Uh,
are marsupials. They're the only species of marsupial in North America left in North America.
do you have rutakangas there?
What?
Rutakanga?
I don't.
Kangaroo. Sorry, Rutaka. Do you have the kangaroo and the bear koala?
I'll always remember my first kangaroo and my first koala that I saw out in the wild.
All right.
I was so happy.
Was it you saw them like skipping along or jumping?
Yeah,
Or,
yeah. It's like my second day in Australia, I was out of Sydney, and I went to a mountain range called the Warrumbungles.
oh.
Through the Blue Mountains to the Warrumbungles, and I went backpacking by myself, and it was raining, and I said it would be cool if I saw a kangaroo right now. And I literally had my binoculars and I scanned down to the ground, and there were kangaroos hopping by.
Wow.
And I was just so happy to see them in the wild. And then, of course, I saw hundreds and hundreds of them.
Now, Maud has said here, we've got to look at the way she's written marsupials. Now, what is that? What are we reading into that? MRSTU, sexually transmitted, no.
unicorn.
It's not unicorns, yeah. What I'm trying to get, Maud can explain in the text what she mean, because I don't get it. Could anybody else get it? Marsupials, unless it's stupid. But
I'm not sure.
Maud, I say then Maud likes bad boys, and she says, "Well, not just any bad. It can't be no weird stuff. Oh, well, it's half the benefit of having someone bad. God, that's right." Oh. Right. Yes, it was like the stupid people. Yes.
I got to be 25.
Yes, that's okay. We will be finishing soon. So thank you for being in the show. Yeah. Yeah. I will say good night to everybody else too. And we'll in a few weeks get back together again. Okay, folks?
Okay, are you leaving right now, Claude?
Yeah, I will end it. Yeah, so I can.
Oh, okay.
But I can stay a bit. Yeah. Yeah. Unless you have something else to say now.
I don't think so. I just hope everybody has a great night.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hope we all have a good night.
Safe trip, Claude. Just be careful.
Be careful with what? With the Australian woman.
Well, the crocs and the box
right.
fish and the snakes and the spiders and the.
Here's I found a picture of a guy kicking a alligator in the face.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't really want to come across the alligator. I don't like the thought of being swallowed. Well, not by an alligator.
We'll kill you, we'll swallow you whole.
Yes, just a little bit of me, but not. I don't want the whole of me swallowed.
Mark Sony,
Missing Maud will be going crazy hearing this talk from me.
Don't swim in the billabong.
Okay.
He could rip an alligator into two. Mark Sony.
Wow, he probably could. Yeah.
Big Bad Mama can.
I could what?
Rip an alligator into two.
I would never do that to a poor alligator. I love alligators. Actually, the crocodiles that are in Australia. They're probably twice as big as the alligators we have in the United States.
What about what's the difference between an alligator and a crocodile?
I think crocodiles have longer, narrower snouts, but they're closely related.
What about the
And
duck?
never smile at the crocodile.
Right.
The crocodile?
Yeah, don't
Oh,
run into crocodiles.
I hope you're enjoying that. The Big Bad Mama. If you do ever get a chance, listen to that channel with the crocodile. Is so good, and he is very, very good. at,
Yeah.
Check it
yeah.
out.
Is he still
Yeah.
making those? I thought he.
Yeah,
was
only
old.
a year. A long time ago, he made quite a few, but now it's he doesn't make many. But when he does, they're good. But his old ones roll up. It like his back catalog it goes on for 12 year ago at least.
Uh,
So it's very
uh,
good. Mm.
Dead
God, I
cannibal
don't know if I
one?
could make videos for 12 years.
Oh, Missing Mod said there's salt ones and fresh ones, but they have a few weird ones. Don't know what she means. So one's a salt, one's fresh. The weird ones, maybe the pepper, salt, pepper, and fresh.
Oh.
Oh, Crocs get very, very big. Well, it's not only Crocs that can get big, Missing Mod, but I'm not going to boast. Us French, yeah. Anyway.
On that note,
Yes, on that very nice note, I will say goodbye to everybody.
all
Have a
right.
good one.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Goodbye,
Bye.
everyone.
Bye.